All right, without further ado. Yeah, I'm kind of excited for it. Let's go ahead and pull up this right here. Let's switch over to our desktop mode. All right. So, let's make sure we got audio on this. For sake.
Peggy 18.
Is that coming through? Might turn it down a smidge. That's too much.
Is that what you really want, son? No matter how many people you kill,
Let me know if it's too loud.
you can't change what's happened.
Ordentes fortuna juvat! What does that actually mean? Fortune favors the brave. All we have to do is deliver a letter to Lord Otto von Bergov and ride back again.
Oh, nice.
So I wouldn't expect much excitement there. Hans, look at me!
I'm gonna watch it through once.
For the love of God!
My boy, war is a nasty business. And it is better to have your head on your neck and your foe on his knees than the other way around.
Wow.
These days we have all sorts of vagabonds, drifters, outlaws, and bandits roaming the country. I urge you all to be vigilant. You know who I am!
You can't kill me. You're the same as me.
Oh, that's a dream.
You play the game. But you don't understand the rules. And in the end, you'll lose.
I'm not like you.
Oh, wow.
Sigismund is mustering his allies and their armed forces to Kuttenberg.
He'll have torched all our fortresses and carried off everything that we possess.
Now! Are we seriously gonna wait, cower in a corner? Or are we gonna drive them out in shame?
Holy shit.
I remember everyone I killed. Are you sure you didn't kill someone's father or mother? War is a nasty business.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. Okay, so first reaction. Holy shit. That was awesome. And the facial detail and emotion and just how they look in general, I feel like is top tier. I mean, that's up there with I mean, okay, there's some games out there that are pretty fucking amazing. But it's in that echelon. I feel like it's 100% in that echelon. It's in that bracket of I think emote. I need to turn the volume down just a smidge. That was loud for me at least. So let me find the volume. Let's see if this will turn it down a little bit. I can mute within here, but I can't turn the volume down for some reason.
Peggy 18.
Is that what you really want, son?
Okay, so first off, he set this sequence here where every time we see this red and black, we know this is a dream sequence. And before, I don't know if it alludes, at least in the first game, it seemed to allude a lot to his fears. And it showed him stabbing.
No matter how many people you kill,
he's been talking to his father more, but it was showing him.
You can't change what's happened.
And that's also interesting that he's in the red and his father's in black and white. But it showed him stabbing what's his face, which I'm curious if that's something that he did in this story, and then he's having nightmares about it, or it's something that he just wants to do.
What does that actually mean? Fortune favor.
And this just looks great. Everything about this, the sky, draw distance.
The brave. All we have to do is deliver a letter to Lord Otto von Bergov and ride back again.
This is a huge improvement over KCD1 wasn't bad in its cutscenes. But one thing I noticed with KCD1 is that the how do I put this? The cutscenes in KCD1, it looked like the actual game, but the gameplay itself was it wasn't at that level as the cutscenes. So sometimes there was like it was a mild disconnect because it was still the same art style. Obviously, it was still the same characters, and they didn't look like. But in terms of like facial animations, things like that, it was obviously mocapped versus a little bit more. I don't know what they used. They probably used some sort of AI tool or whatever, facial mapping tool, post facial mapping tool for the facial expressions. I'm pretty sure that for this game they use mocap, like facial mapping for everything. I think they use it for the whole game. So like, and I think they also use like full, like right here, like this whole thing here I'm talking, and then like the arm gesture there. This, to me, this scene right here is, this right here I think is 100% a cutscene in the game. But I feel like the connection between gameplay animations and the facial animations and then the cutscenes is more in line, if that makes any fucking sense. So I feel like there's not, like, some games are really bad at that, but nowadays, like, you expect, you know, a degree of a fidelity from the gameplay to the cutscene. And I feel like this game's, it's making here. There's lots of little details too that I love, and just like this shot right here, you see, obviously the fog rendering that they're using to me looks fantastic, and the draw distance here looks great. But just like the smoke coming out of all these different smokestacks, and just like little kind of details that you see here as it zooms in there is, oh shit, it's freaking beautiful right there. Uh-oh. Jumping around too much.
All we have to do is deliver a letter to Lord Otto von Berg.
It also feels like you have like, it looks like there's like fog like closer to like you know how some games when they do rain, the rain, it's like a global rain, and then some games do rain where it's just within a radius of your character. So it's almost like they fake it and you don't really notice it. It's really not a big deal. But if you like, some of these games have photo mode, and you can go in photo mode, you can notice, it's almost like there's a cloud of rain just over my character. I don't know if anyone's noticed that before. This right here, you see the fog in the distance, and you see, it's almost like you see this, you can see like a fog like closer to the camera as it comes across here. See this fog here? You can see it here when I go like slow-mo. It's kind of like moving. So it's like a global, like, to me this means they're globally doing their weather elements.
Letter to Lord Otto von Berghoff and ride back again.
I probably don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but that's what it looks like to me. It looks pretty cool. I just want to pause here. This guy's face looks fucking awesome. Everything about this guy, like, it just seems like a stoic guy. Maybe a guy, he looks grumpy. He looks powerful. He looks like somebody you don't want to mess with. Is this the guy he's coming to bring a letter to, I'm assuming? Let's go back. What's his name? He has some funny name.
Do is deliver a letter to Lord Otto von Berghoff and ride back.
What the fuck? Otto von Berg? Was he a guy they referenced in the first game?
Deliver a letter to Lord Otto von Berghoff and ride back again.
Lord Otto von Berghoven?
So I wouldn't expect much excitement there. Hans, look at me.
Oh, wow. This right here, this is a bullet explosion, right? And it's hitting this dude in the head. When I saw this real time, I thought like he was getting like his face blasted off or his helmet blasted off. I think this is actually just the lifted visor on his helmet. So as he's falling off here, and then it cuts forward after his horse reared. He's on the. It looks like there's blood coming off him right here, doesn't it? Looks kind of cool. Was there horse rearing in KCD1? I don't think so. Maybe in a couple cutscenes, but like there's some games where you can like manually trigger it. I don't think you could do that in KCD1. I do like some of this stuff, like this guy right here. This is kind of weird. Okay, his thing is up, he tilts his head down so it looks like it's over his face, but it was still up the whole time. Some of their, you can't really tell very well here, but it looks like he's gonna get shot here. You can't really see where he gets hit. I'm trying to see where he gets hit, or if I can see where it's coming from. I'm guessing it's an arrow. I'm trying to see, can you see the arrow come at him? I'm not seeing it. But it does look like he goes into sort of like a ragdoll thing here. Boom. Which is pretty cool. Ooh. So this guy, bam! Oh my god, this is awesome. Just smacks him in his head. You got the sparks from what hits his helmet. Bam! And then here comes Henry to like, wait a second. Yeah, Henry's coming in to fuck. Look at that. That looks freaking cool. I wish it'd fall. Look at this. Dude, that is awesome. He looks so angry right here. Like a battle cry. And then when he's about to get this strike, look at his. Doesn't he look meaner? His mouth is more wide open. Like, ah! And then it's just like, ah! Dude, that's freaking cool. That's from what I noticed in the other trailers is the upgrade to the facial animations is nuts. Because to me, like when you play a game and you hear someone talking, like the KCD1 had phenomenal voice acting, right? I feel like KCD2, like the voice acting is obviously still there, but now they have the proper emotion to convey now through these facial animations where you really feel like an emotional connection to these characters. And this looks awesome. Just fucking blood everywhere. Look at that bloody helmet right there.
My boy, war is a nasty business.
Oh, man. Fucking Hans gets hurt. Look at these guys walking up. I'm looking at their armors. Can't tell right here. This looks like, to me, this looks different than KCD1. Remember KCD1, they had clipping issues? This looks almost like part of his, oh, fuck, what do you call this? This is not a, this is like a soft coif, but it's, I can't remember what it's called. It has a different, maybe it is just called a coif, but like a padded coif. And this looks like a tear and it's folded back, doesn't it? Looks like when he turns here, you see how kind of like, it seems more physicalized than a clipping. Plus, what would be clipping? You can see this armor color is sort of like a maroon color. It looks like that maroon color is poking through right there. Because the game always had like that, in KCD1, when you would hit someone, it was all dynamic. So like if you hit him like in the stomach, right, you would see, if it was like a sharp weapon, you would see blood soak through. Like if he's wearing a gambeson or a shirt or whatever, you'd see it soak through where you hit him, or generally where you hit him. It was really cool. And you'd see like the damage to the gear, it wasn't 100% dynamic, but like in general, like if you're beating a dude up and you're ripping his gear, like you'll see tear marks and shit like that. And I think in general, it was sort of in the same area where you're hitting. I'm not sure if like they had like just different states of each clothing, but I know the blood was dynamic per area. That would be really cool if KCD2, one of the upgrades to its, which to me, the clothing, not a lot of games do it this way. So KCD1 and KCD2, I'm assuming it's following suit, is, as many of us know, it had its clothing system was it's layered, and a lot of games will show you a layered clothing system, but really what it is it's different variations that you can wear, but it's actually one thing you're wearing. It's not an actual layered system. And it's difficult. That's why you see clipping issues in KCD1, because there's a lot of, it's difficult to make it look great. And who knows how much time they put into that. But if they're making more dynamic, like tears and rips and blood and stuff like that, and you can see stuff underneath, to me, that's amazing. I know that they're not using Unreal 5, but Unreal 5 recently came out with a thing with a layered clothing system where it was like dynamic. So you could like, if you had like pants, you could tuck in the pants to the shoes and things like that. You could do a lot of stuff like that in KCD1, or sorry, with Unreal 5. So I'm curious if KCD2 has their own system. This is pretty cool here. This is these little pouches here seem to be like they existed in KCD1, but now it seems like it's a functional thing in KCD2, because in previous videos that we've seen, it seems like you could almost put like hotkey items in there. So if you want to have like different potions at the ready inside your pouch. That's what that's for. But it's kind of cool seeing that there's different types of pouches. So this one right here almost looks like a water skin or a canteen of water right there, while this looks like an actual little hip satchel. And same thing on this guy, but these are all different. You can see this one's got like there's two sections here, like two little flaps on this green one. This one, of course, looks like the water skin. This guy looks like he's got two flaps too, but it's a different style than what this guy has. And then you see this one, he's got the singular flap. Pretty cool. And just look at these different helmet designs. Like he's got this padded coif on, then he has like this sort of like bucket. Looks like some sort of like shingled looking helmet he has on there. Yeah, a lot of similar armors to KCD1, but definitely better details on them. Looks like better shadows on them. They look more like they exist in the world, if that makes sense. So that's all looking pretty good. The stared on here. Look at the reflection of Henry right there in the puddle as he moves across. I'm trying to remember in KCD1 if they had real-time reflections like this. I don't think it did. Dude, I put like 500 hours in that game. And then you try to like think back about what it did or did not have. This looks pretty cool right here, this helmet. I was trying to see if I could see his lips moving in there. That looks good. One thing with combat in video games is most of it happens so fast that there's often you're going to see a clipping, like weapons not properly connecting, things like that, and that's just how it is. But KCD has, like other games like Exanima, which has like a directional blocking and striking system, and it's physics-based. I don't know if KCD systems is physics-based. I think it's still animation-based, but it's directional animation-based, and I know that they created a system for it. This looks like pretty good hitboxes right here. You can see this connection. And what I mean by that is, so this block here, if you were actually in combat, like this guy would have to try to block upwards or at least hold his weapon upwards. And this guy, he's actually aiming that he wants to swing there. And so this connection here is not like it's not like he's just holding block and so he gets the block, right? He has to put his weapon there to block it. So the connection isn't necessarily like an animation based, because he could bring up his weapon late, or he could have it holding there early, or he can hold it different ways, you know. So like pretty cool. Oh man, that looks painful. This is what I'm talking about. This shit right here. Look at how his face. He's just like, Argh! Look at that. See how his lips are kind of pursed shut almost. And then as he swings it, he's like, Argh! Bam! Look at that anger in his face. Hits him in his face. And look at this guy's face when he gets hit in the face with that shield. Bam! Look at that. I just think that shit's badass. This looks like... This is the same guy, isn't it? See? This is the same guy here, but apparently he... Oh my god! Is this... Yeah, apparently he won the fight. And he's just coming down with the kill cam there. They cut off before you see the impact. It's like, dude, that... Oh my god, look at this thing. It looks like a freaking hammer, just... Like the teeth on the hammer just coming right in his face. Ooh, this is interesting. So,
It's better to have your...
Yeah, so they're torturing this guy, dunking his head in the water. She's getting tossed around here. Trying to figure... Oh, there's a birds flapping there. Just throws her to the ground. I'm trying to watch to see, like... I remember we were watching... there was a video where they were dancing, and it looks like all the satchels and all these different things on their clothing were physicalized. And she's got this little thing on her back here. I was trying to see like how this reacts. Like, do you have like... A lot of games have problems like gravity, where like you have something on your hip that's like that is just like hanging there. But like if you were laying a certain way, it should fall from gravity in the direction that you're laying. Like she's like laying prone here, right? But she's kind of falls on her tummy, so it's like not a great example. This looks all this stuff looks freaking brutal. Great animations for everything, by the way. Fetal position after getting kicked. This guy looks creepy. He has like this Three Stooges Mo like haircut here.
And your foe.
And this guy seems important right here. He also seems like, here's Henry. Is he doing a showdown here? Like they're about to fight? What's going on here? This is interesting. He kind of looks like Willem Dafoe with like a Mo haircut from the and who watches the Three Stooges these days? Probably no one.
And your foe on his knees.
That was brutal. Spear in the gut. Just trying to see what effects we have. It's hard to tell. Oh, wow. Dude. If that's how combat is. I know this looks like it's a cutscene, this whole sequence here. In my opinion. I mean, who knows? Maybe this is real time. If this is real time, if this is gameplay, this is amazing. What I thought was cool here is he stabs him in the gut, right? But he's got to get his thing out. So look, he's going to bring his foot, he's going to step on him to get leverage to pull it out. And look, you could feel there's like resistance to get this pulled out. That's amazing. What a great shot right there.
And the other way around.
This is an amazing shot too. I'm trying to, like, these trees here, look, like KCD1 had epic trees. The woods, the forest in KCD1 was fantastic. Like from the sound effects to, it was like peaceful, but you also didn't know what was around the corner. So like in the back of your neck, you're always like thinking something's coming up. It looks like they've upgraded some variation in their tree design just by looking at this. I don't remember, like, maybe it's just a fishbowl effect here, but it looks like these, like, I remember KC1 trees being, they had different types of trees, but those trees just went fucking straight, you know? They didn't have like these variations like this where they're,
These days we have all sorts of vagabonds.
I mean, obviously this woman, she's obviously beautiful, like, and really cool with the hair, like hanging down here, but she's up to something here. So like, here she is. It looks like, I can't tell if she did something dangerous, she just threatened someone, or she's like her hand up with the knife. She's like, stay back or whatever. And then maybe someone's like, hey, calm down. So that she takes, I mean, here it looks like there's blood on it, but it could be shadows right there. I think that's shadows because when she has it here, you don't see any blood. So she goes to put this back. And then, I mean, she's a beautiful woman right there. This is someone who's been in the other videos here, so I'm assuming this is Henry's love interest, but she seems kind of like she's up to something. Is that just me? I mean, everyone could be up to something, but it seems like she's not just some like pretty lady. This seems like someone who maybe she's a killer. I mean, this looks to me like she's brandishing a weapon, like, and this stare down right here, this is not like, she doesn't seem like she's some scared, fragile woman, right? So maybe I'm taking too much out of that, but I'm just like, look at the hair. This is the type of stuff I'm talking about. Like, is this right here? Like, why is this hair moving here? Like, is this physics based? Like, it looks like you saw like a hair maybe move up here. Can't tell. But I'm curious if like this is physics based or if it's just animations for when you move certain ways. You know what I'm saying? Does that make any sense? I've been playing Dragon Age Veilguard, and it has phenomenal hair physics. So it's kind of funny, like how much hair physics, in my opinion, like adds to the experience, because it just, I don't know, like it adds a level of realism, I guess, to the characters, and it adds a level of like personality that maybe you normally wouldn't get. Here's that creepy guy again, the Willem Dafoe guy.
Outlaw.
It looks like he doesn't stab Henry here. This sword right here, this looks like it's next to him on the ground. He's coming down. It's kind of hard to understand, like, what if, like, this is very nondescript, if this is a friend or a foe. I like the details, the bandages on the hand here. When I watched this for the first time a second ago, like, it was like information overload. There's like so much stuff going on. The dirt on the armor right here. This guy, the way he looks, just looks like he's seen some shit, but he hasn't seen a barber. This kind of took my breath away. This lighting here and the shadows here, and like especially the eyes, this looks amazing. Like, this looks for real. I forget this fucker's game. I don't know why I forget his name. I played so much of KC1. I can't remember his name. He's got the creepy voice. He was the most evil dude in the game. Why don't I remember his name? I don't know. Very believable here, though. I really should have, like, done some research before I started this. Just the way he blinks. All this stuff looks so realistic here. Looks like an exasperation, like, you gotta be kidding me. Isn't that just like,
roaming the
he's like laughing. Oh my god, this guy too. Dude, this is good. Look at the eyes. This is crazy. This looks really, really... Congratulations, Warhorse. You outdid yourselves. This just looks very, very believable. The eyes, to me, the eyes can sell almost anything. These eyes look great. Obviously, this guy's scary as shit.
You all to be
Try to see if I recognize anyone in the crowd here. This guy looks kind of familiar.
vigilant. You know who I am. You can't kill me.
This is what I was talking about before, at the beginning of this. So, is this him dreaming? Because normally he has nightmares, or like these are like when it's like this, he's fears, right? But here he is killing someone. So is this him having a flashback to something he did, or is this him just like Henry's turning evil and he's dreaming about killing this guy?
You're the same as me.
What does that mean?
You play the game.
Oh, this is great. See, he's like pulling on him. The resistance in his face. Get off of me. This guy's face. He's like, come on, man. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Also, by the way, I know this happens all the time. People get killed all the time, stuff like that in like real life. But like back in the day when you didn't have a lot of guns, you had mostly like daggers and swords and stuff. And like when you held someone like, you know, a knife to the throat, like I can't even like imagine like if I was like in a, you know, in a situation where I was, you know, instructed that I need to kill someone, like I don't know. I just feel like it's a lot of these games, and like obviously these games are like they're loosely based on historical events, or just like, or not based at all, right? But you have, you just have a lot of this like, I don't know if it's like callous, like indifferent, like murders that happen. Like people just like, hey, we're gonna slit his throat. Oh, we killed him. Or we got in a, like a sword fight where two people are trying to fight each other. I can't imagine like historically or even present day, like when you have someone's life in your hands to actually follow through with that, you have to have twisted to some degree in order to do that. But anyways, that's just me. That's a side tangent thought, right? Pangman denounces murder. This chainmail, you can see blood soaking through the chainmail, and like the blood on the helmet. A lot of the blood details to me look fantastic, look better than KCD1.
But you don't understand the rules.
I'm trying to figure this out too. So we have some bodies here, right? And like this guy's digging here. I can't tell exactly like is this the first plot that he's already dug and he's digging one next to it, or it looks like this is a hole right here, right? But where's the soil pile going? Because like he throws it right here. You can even see it. Look at it, comes off the shovel. And then it drops right here. So like, is this the soil pile? Maybe that's what it is, now that I'm looking at it. This looks like the soil pile that they've been digging up. And then this is the where they're gonna bury the bodies. I don't know what this is right here. This looks like a barrel. It's got some sort of pottery or like a mug right there on top of it. There's a cross there. Are they gonna like torture people? I'm just like fascinated with all this detail here. You can see all these other different shovels. There's like a pickaxe right there, it looks like. Oh man, it's crazy.
And in the end, you'll lose.
Who's this guy? This guy looks great. This looks pretty cool too. So, this is a coif right here. It looks like a chainmail coif that has a padded top to it. As far as I can recall, KCD1, this is either equipped or it's unequipped. This looks like he has it on, and he's pulled it off his head like a hood. If that's the case, that's awesome. Like the blood here coming out of the ears. Like look at just the detail in the bloods. And the facial hair in KCD1, to me was fantastic. Like, think about when that game came out. Fantastic facial hair. There's some games, you guys know I like Starfield, and even like Veilguard, not the best facial hair. It really isn't. Veilguard's not horrible. KCD1 had great facial hair. And then here, it continues. Like, this looks like a very layered, realistic, detailed system they have here. It's kind of curious why that seems to be difficult for a lot of developers to do.
I'm not like you.
And that looked great right there. I'm not like you. He's talking back. This facial expression from Henry is great. Look at that. It's like, fuck you. Obviously, the eye. This like little, what would you call this? Not eye shine, but like eye glint, maybe. It adds so much believability. Reflections from a fire or from whatnot.
You.
Just great facial animations, man. Top tier. And that's just pretty nuts, too. There were some big battles in KCD1. I don't know if any of them were this. Like, this is just one side of the wall here. I'm assuming there's people on the other side of this wall, right? If this game's gonna have battles of this size, holy shit.
Sigismund is mustering his
And this must be Sigismund here. He looks freaking. Look at this. Look at this hair he's got here. Looks like a redhead. But maybe it's just the sun because his beard looks more brownish. Is he a redhead? He's got the crown there. Look at this outfit. This looks freaking amazing. This belt. It's pretty fucking cool. Just looking around the scene here. But yeah, this guy looks like a piece of shit. But wasn't Sigismund, wasn't he Wenceslas? Weren't they brothers?
Horses to Kuttenberg.
If I recall correctly. That was interesting right there. Right here. Like this, I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. So it looks like so these are like almost like shields, right? So they can get set up, and then they pull the cannon up, right? And then they flip up this thing, so obviously they can shoot. Assuming that's what's going on here. Maybe inside this this little bin here is where they have cannonballs to put in there. I'm guessing. I was trying to track the cannonball. I don't fucking see it. It looks like it's just like instantaneous like damage there. It's a bummer. It's just that fast.
Have torched all our fortresses and carried off everything that we possess.
This fire looks great. I was trying to watch this real time. So he throws the torch down, right? Boom. And then it looks like it, yeah, it did. So it's igniting right there on the straw. It's pretty cool. Oh, I love this too. This is really good cinematography here. When the drawbridge comes down, how they have the camera shake here, and like the bounce. See, like, boom. That was really cool. Just the camera shake adds a lot here. It emphasizes like how heavy this thing is that's coming down.
Are we seriously gonna wait?
And this guy's face looked great too. Very stoic face right there.
Power in a corner. Are we gonna...
Ooh. That was great. Comes in. Bam. Like, see, look at this. Really good hitboxes here. This is great. This looks like a little weird right here. He's got two hands on it right here, and this looks like the end of the sword. Just the way he's kind of holding it just seems. This is his dominant hand, obviously the right hand. This is the support hand. So maybe, I don't know. I'm not a swordsman, but this looks a little odd to me. The gloves look awesome. This looks like leather on the inside, then it has the metal plating on the outside. But watch the hitbox. Boom. See how he comes in, and then when it connects, see how the sword pushes back? The impact from that. A little curious about what's happening here. When it strikes, you see like this stuff fly off here. What is that? Is that blood on the weapons? Is that what that is? Like, this thing's like I can't tell if this is blood or that's just colored red. I think that's just colored red. I don't see any blood on his sword, but something is happening here this is odd to me. It almost looks black too. Are they fighting in the rain? See any raindrops? It does look wet out, like it's stormy. Wonder what that is. Just curious about that. He comes in here. This guy's already taken an arrow here. We see an actual... I like how he watches it. He's about to get stabbed. He's like, oh no, here's my life is over.
Are we gonna drive them out in shame?
I'm sorry. This is. I'm pausing this slide here. Comes in. His blood getting whipped off. That's what I was thinking. That's the first. It's either blood or mud or. Oh my god. A boot to the face. It's just fucking brutal, man. If someone was about to kick me in the face, I would put my hands up and try to catch the foot. That's what I would do. And at least veer it away from my head. But brutal. A lot of this is really brutal. Really impressed with the hitboxes, though. That's, KCD 1 wasn't perfect, by the way. And also, some of the early KCD trailers, the hitboxes weren't perfect. So far in this trailer, they've looked fantastic. Oh, yeah. This looked crazy to me. We're gonna get a clear shot. This might be the clearest one here. The blood in KCD 2 looks fantastic. You can even, looks like there's obviously blood on the air. It looks like there's blood coming out of you. This looks very realistic right here. Looks very, oh, look at this. Just, oh my God. This looks, oh, bam. I mean, really good. Sorry. Looking at the grass. There was one, I did not watch the 45-minute IGN thing, but I did see someone do a reaction to something KCD. And if you recall in KCD 1, the way grass physics worked is that if you look to your left, you would see the grass move, like the physics were put in place, and then you would see it like sway. And if you turned around real quick and looked to your right, you would see all the grass move really quick, like it's getting like set into place. Apparently they fixed that for KCD 2. So the grass physics it exists. It's not a Schrodinger's cat type of situation. Like, maybe that's a bad reference, but it has physicalized whether you're looking at it or not. Saber says, KCD 1 was a lot of fun, but it was jank. It had some jankiness, and some of the jank I loved. I loved some of the jank, but you're right. KCD 2 does look smooth. As someone who sees a lot of bloody people regularly, it's pretty good. Forehead cuts worse than most skin deep cuts. They bleed. Yeah, 100%. They bleed worse. What I'm looking at here, this is just me being stupid. But so obviously the foreground grass, you can see that it's moving. But if you look back here, the grass at the very back, you see that moves too. So it's like this whole viewport, all the grass is physicalized. And I love this fact that you can pull these down like this. Horse looks awesome. Ooh. Watch more of this. So he swings here. Boom. Look at that. So it looks like we have a connection right there. And then his sword slides off the tip of that. He swings. What's he doing here? Looks like he let go of, he's not holding it two hands here. So his sword's off here to the right. Maybe he's like prepping up a swing. Oh, you can't see it there. It looks like he tries to get a strike in, but I don't think he did. I think what happened here is he slides off. He swings. I think he misses. I think that's a miss right there.
I remember everyone I killed. Are you sure you didn't kill someone's father or mother?
So here, I have some theories, by the way. Yeah, no kissing breakdown. I have some theories. So, Kingdom Come 2, I feel like they have taken some great inspiration from Red Dead 2. Because obviously they have sort of the dynamic where you can positive, negative affirmations or comments towards people. And the way, the reactionary world, right? I have in the way they've sold off a lot of the stuff, like you can get in trouble, you can get branded, you can play the game as good or bad, right? I'm curious if your choices, because this is just the way I'm theorizing it, is that he's white here, the red, so obviously these are Henry's dreams, but one of his dad is representing sort of like the angel on the shoulder type thing, right? And Henry's doing some bad shit, and this whole dream sequence is him kind of questioning, like, what are you doing, son? Like, you're killing these people. He even says here that, like, you're killing up, like, because obviously Henry's parents were killed, and that's been like his what, you know, the whole reason why he's been trying to get revenge and to avenge his parents' death, right? And now is he doing the same thing? I feel like his father's questioning, are you doing the same thing here? Like, listen to him.
Are you sure you didn't kill someone's father or mother?
See? Like, that to me, that's his question. No kissing his dad is like the deer or the wolf, Red Dead 2. So I only played through Red Dead once, and I was good. And I think I know what you're talking about. Isn't if you play the game good, he sees a deer more often or something? If you play bad, he sees the wolf. Maybe, if that's what you're getting at. You play good, you see... Yeah, exactly. I'm thinking... Yeah, I mean, pretty much. But like this... Like this...
There's a nasty business.
Yeah, that was great. That was pretty good. So that was probably their best trailer in terms of like getting people amped up, and like just some of these faces, the facial animations. I didn't slow down. I didn't do slow-mo on this one. There's something I saw. This right here, I don't know if you were listening, Saber. To me, this is new. Because this right here, this is like looks like a chainmail coif that has like this padded top, because you can see where it's stitched to the chainmail right there. And you can pull it over your head. In KCD 1, that had to be equipped or unequipped, right? It looks like now you can pull it down like a hood. That's pretty cool. And I'm wondering if you're about to fight, you can pull the motherfucker back on too. So there's a lot of cool stuff. And look at that blood coming out of the ear there. Impressed, yeah. I think we can all agree the biggest improvement from KCD 1 to KCD 2 is Henry's hairstylist. It might just be pulled down because of the cuts. It could be, Saber, you're right. It could be. I'm hoping that's not the case. But either way, that was... So that's definitely will conclude the frame by frame on that.